While I may be mostly a PC gamer, I've always been a Nintendo fan. Living in the UK was generally a good thing, and that the console wars may still have existed, but it was generally a much smaller affair than it was in the States. While my country was technically Sonic country, and the Mega Drive was the big thing, the SNES also had a pretty big following, and most people had at least one friend who had the latest Mario game. When you add the fact that the NES and SNES were also easy consoles to emulate on the PC, I'd played a lot of Mario even before I got my GameCube. So when I heard about the upcoming release of Super Mario Maker back in July, I was very excited. I'd just gotten a Wii U, and the thought of making my own Mario levels was very enticing indeed. Tools for making your own Sonic and Mario levels have been around for a while, but that was for the more technically minded people, as it involved messing with the code of an emulated game, and I'm not really much of a programmer. An official tool to create levels and share them with the world was a brilliant idea, and the fact that it came on a console which had a touchpad in its main controller only made it make even more sense than it already did. And the game definitely is fun, albeit not one that I could play for hours on end, as it just requires too much brain power. The levels that have been already created so far are amazing, and a testament to the creativity and hard work being put in by people who love games. What I find interesting, however, and the topic I'd like to talk about today, is how the game manages to hold up a mirror to the people playing it, and shows things about ourselves and others we may not have noticed before. It may seem like hyperbole to say that, but I believe it's definitely true. To give a personal example, I was getting frustrated by the delay the game was giving me on getting new tools. The game wanted me to play around with the tools that I'd already been given. And while I did resort to spamming blocks to unlock the features that I needed to create the level I wanted, having to use the different elements gave me ideas to make better levels with. And it taught me that I have a very set idea of how I want things to be, which is something I have to overcome if I ever want to get better at game design. Another example is the types of user-created levels that are popular with the other users. The current craze are levels that don't need user input. The level starts, and a Rube Goldberg machine pushes Mario through the level, past obstacles, and to the goal without any effort from the player. These sort of levels don't appeal to everyone, I'm not the biggest fan myself, but there is something to be said for how intricately designed these levels are, and the amount of time that had to go into creating them. It's not the sort of thing I could see many people having the patience for. The other general trend for Mario Maker is the overabundance of extremely difficult levels, something that was expected well in advance of the game's release. The existing community for Mario level creation had always been interested in creating punishing gaming, to the point that the controller snapping ROM hack was becoming a stereotype. Being given an official, much more user-friendly tool has led a lot of these creators to migrate onto Mario Maker, which has had a knock-on effect on other users who weren't expecting this level of difficulty. There's already been some criticism aimed at Nintendo for not putting a tag system into the game to allow people to filter the kind of levels they want to play, only basing rankings on the popularity and the completion rate. But instead of being scared away or conforming, the glut of punishing levels seems to have provoked other level creators into finding new avenues to get their games noticed. Some have made homages to their favourite games like Metroid or Pokemon. Others have created two-dimensional versions of their favourite Mario levels. Yet others have tried to take the Mario format into new places, such as shmups, Metroidvanias, and even bowling. It's clear that making the tools user-friendly and more accessible has put power into the hands of people who have themes and ideas that they want to explore, instead of just focusing on difficulty. It's also telling that a lot of YouTube channels have begun to make videos showing off user-created levels that they like. Part of it is down to popularity and revenue making, of course. It is the big new thing after all. But even taking that into consideration, it creates a healthy symbiotic relationship between video makers and level designers. The people creating the videos are looking to play fun and interesting levels, which give popularity to the level creators, which then spurs them on to create newer and better levels. It's a system that benefits everyone, since it also spurs those who want their work to be noticed into upping their game, and it promotes different times of levels because not everyone finds hair-pulling frustration interesting. In the end, I think Mario Maker has the ability to show us aspects of ourselves because it gives the freedom for people to express themselves, a blank canvas and the tools to create whatever they want with it. Anything created in a game that allows things to be built or designed reflects the person who created them, the same way we can glean information and insights about a filmmaker, musician or artist from their works. So if you're making a fort in Minecraft, or drawing something on Pokemon Art Academy, or even just deciding how you want your Sims to dress and live, maybe stop and think about what it says about you. You might be surprised what you find out. What do you think about Mario Maker or other games that allow you to be creative? Let me know in the comments, and please share these videos if you think someone would get a kick out of them. My name's Joseph, and this was my thoughts on Mario Maker and what it says about you. I'll speak to you soon.